Welcome to the Meme Coin Mix. My name is James, and today we're going to start off talking about TradFi, and in particular, traditional finance's increasing presence in the meme coin space. So to start off, we're going to talk about VanEck. Now, this is a name you might be familiar with because VanEck for many years was lobbying the SEC to create a Bitcoin ETF and got rejected and got rejected and got rejected some more until eventually VanEck got a Bitcoin ETF approved, along with, of course, BlackRock and several others. Now, VanEck is a very, very rich historical traditional finance firm with over $76 billion in assets under management. Now, VanEck in 2019 created another firm called Market Vector, and that's the focus of this story today. Market Vector is an index firm, and they have over 150 thematic indexes, and 7 of them have over $1 billion in assets under management. Now, these are essentially financialized products. These index products can be licensed and sold to accredited investors. And so in April 20th of this year, Market Vector created a meme coin index. And this is kind of big. I mean, this is traditional finance really getting interested in the meme coin space and creating a financialized index product around it. Now, specifically, this meme coin index essentially is the 6 largest meme coins reviewed monthly. So every month, Market Vector will review the 6 largest meme coins and make sure that they've got the allocations right. And basically, they create a weighting of those 6 top meme coins, and no particular meme coin can have over a 30% allocation, essentially. So the 6 that are in there to start off this index are Dogecoin at 30%, Shiba Inu at 28%, Pepe at 14%, WIF at 12%, Floki at 7%, and Bonk at 6%. So we've got now a traditional finance index firm specifically targeting the meme coin space in this way. And this is, I think, an ongoing shift towards traditional finance taking this sector of crypto very, very seriously. So why is this happening? Well, first of all, Market Vector isn't the only traditional finance firm involved in the meme coin space. There are firms, hedge funds, for example, like Stratos, which is headed by Marc Andreessen. And you'll recall Marc Andreessen, of course, is heavily involved in the creation of Solana. They led a funding round in 2021 that was A16Z. That's Marc Andreessen's venture capital firm. They were a lead investor in that round for Solana. And he also has a hedge fund. And Stratos bought up some WIF a few months ago and has done really, really well with that investment. And then there's also a hedge fund by Joe McCann called Asymmetric. They're a big holder in Bonk. So again, what we're seeing is this sort of ongoing encroachment of traditional finance taking the meme coin space seriously. So why is that? Why are meme coins, and I think to some degree meme coins get a bit of a bad rap because there's this notion that meme coins are just a casino. It's a place where people go just to gamble to get an outsized return. And while that is absolutely partially true, what we are starting to see more and more is that meme coins are the gateway to adoption for blockchain use. So, and we're seeing this, of course, with Base. We're seeing there are memes on Base that are bringing trade volume into Base. And you're talking about Brett, and of course there are a bunch of others. You're seeing Telegram led by Resistance Dog, and that's bringing more trading volume into the Telegram chain, which is leading to adoption. And of course, Solana has experienced unprecedented growth as a result of the meme coins that are being created on it. For example, for the first time ever, over 2 million active wallets on Solana were achieved in March. And they also had active users on Solana grew over 119% month over month from February to March. Again, this is led by the meme coin trade volume coming to Solana. So why is this relevant? Now, why is this more than just a casino? Well, actually, a really good example of this is Las Vegas itself. So, for example, in Las Vegas, Las Vegas was always about gambling, right? That's essentially what made Las Vegas what it is today. Is everybody goes there to gamble. That brought in the users. However, 3 out of every $4 spent in Las Vegas now is now non-gambling revenue. For example, in 2022, non-gambling revenue accounted for 64% of the total revenue on the Las Vegas Strip. So gambling was what brought in the users, but then once they had the users, they built services and they built a whole ecosystem of revenue around that, to the point where the non-gambling revenue now eclipses gambling revenue. So for example, even for the largest casino operators like MGM Resorts and Caesars and Wynn, they actually only derive about 23 to 28% of their revenue from gambling. Everything else is now non-gambling. So what we're seeing is that meme coins are being used as a gateway for adoption to bring in users to the blockchain. And then once those users are there, the app layer is then built on top of that. And so this is really, really important for blockchains like Solana that have really big things coming as far as development is concerned. They have the Token 22 Anchor coming that's going to bring private transactions to Solana. There's Firedancer, which is going to massively speed up the Solana blockchain up to 1 million transactions per second. So we're seeing that meme coins are being used to grow the user base, and then that user base, once there, now becomes a foundation where development can happen on it, and the apps and the services can be built on top of that. And so that's why this meme coin space, which often gets compared to, for example, the NFT sort of rise and burn, and many are wondering, like, is that the way that meme coins are going to go, where it's big now and then it's going to kind of fizzle out? The reality is that I think meme coins are here to stay. Meme coins are now an integral part of how blockchains grow, how they get adopted, and how they go from, this sort of like transaction focused to app focused and service focused ecosystem. And so meme coins are going to be a very, very important, essentially, gateway drug for every blockchain out there. So meme coins are here to stay. This is big stuff. And the traditional finance players now are looking at this sector of crypto and seeing that it's not going away. The growth is real. And the purpose of meme coins, this idea that you can financialize and tokenize culture and use that as a way to grow a blockchain, to make awareness and build adoption for a blockchain, is very real, very powerful, and it's something traditional finance wants to get exposure to. Our next story is about two niches that are growing quickly in the meme coin space. As meme coins in general continue to expand and grow as a market and continue to financialize culture, what we're seeing is that meme coins are increasingly cannibalizing real world events around us for ideas, for new projects, for new coins. And so two real world events we know that are coming up that are big is the Olympics this summer in Paris, and of course the US elections in the late fall. And so two spaces that are really growing in meme coins are the Politify space and the country-themed coin space. Now, the Politify space has grown massively. It's over 540 million in market cap, and there's a big three that have really formed, and that is the MAGA Trump coin and the Geo Biden coin and the Donald Trump coin on Solana. Those are kind of the big three. Everything else is kind of small. One Politify coin to really kind of take a look at in terms of its growth going forward would be Tucker. The ticker is Tucker, and Tucker Carlson. And the idea behind this is, of course, Tucker Carlson, parody off of him, but they're creating a media company to essentially tie together all of the sort of big Politify characters in this space and continue to make videos and animated videos around the upcoming US election, and a way to sort of bring together all the different characters in the Politify space. So take a look at Tucker, but this space is continuing to grow and will likely continue to grow as we get closer to the US election. And then the second one was the country-themed coin space. And I think this has something to do with the Olympics coming up, and I think there's some interest in that, but there is over 100 million in market cap now in country-themed coins. much of that dominated by the American coin. The USA is the ticker on Solana. And I mean, there's China, there's France, there's a whole bunch of other countries that are quite small in comparison to the USA coin. There has been some drama in this space recently. The dev of the USA coin was just apparently scammed out of over 100 billion USA coin in what he thought was an OTC deal that was being lined up through Telegram. He says he got social engineered. He ended up sending all these coins. They got market sold. He's saying he just got scammed. Some people in the community are saying this is a setup. The dev, just kind of essentially wanted to sell a large bucket of his currency. Of course, I mean, this is typical in the meme coin space. We don't really know what the truth is, but nonetheless, the coin has recovered since, and the dev has been very open about this whole process. You can follow it on Twitter. We'll put up a tweet here, and you can see this is him explaining what happened and how he got scammed. But again, the coin has recovered. It's the amazing thing about these meme coins is the community will help bring it back and recover from any big losses or any big scams, especially when there is real interest. And there does appear to be some real interest in the American coin with the ticker USA on Solana. So two spaces, the PolitiFi space and the country theme coin space, look poised for continued growth as we get closer to these real world events, the Olympics and the US election. So definitely ones that we will keep a close eye on going forward. Our final topic is a follow-up from our previous technical analysis video on Monday, where we broke down three charts, two cats and a dog, with PopCat and SharkCat. On Monday, we were living in a post-FOMC bounce. The meme coin market was sitting over 54 billion. And since then, Bitcoin is down. The market has retreated. We're down over 4 billion from Monday. Most meme coins are also down as a result. And each of those three coins had broken through on Monday previous resistance to claim new support and new trading ranges. And we were curious to see, could they maintain new trading ranges above the previous resistance? And the short answer to the question is no. All three coins have broken the previous resistance and new support and has now fallen below that. We'll revisit each of those coins next Monday in our technical analysis video and also feature three new coins to set up the trading week ahead for next week. Please drop in the comments below any coins you want me to take a look at, and maybe I will feature in our next video. I've received a few DMs. Some have suggested I look at Slothana, Gummy, Brett, a few others. So please drop in comments below any coins you want me to take a look at, and perhaps I will choose one of them to feature in the next video on Monday. Thank you for watching and listening to the Meme Coin Mix. Please like, subscribe, and follow wherever you see or hear this. It really helps us grow the Meme Coin Mix as well as build awareness for meme coins in general. Much appreciated. We can be found, of course, on Apple and Spotify in podcast form, as well as on YouTube at Meme Coin Mix, and of course on X at Meme Coin Mix. Thank you so much. Happy meme trading, my friends. I'll catch you in the next video.